We're at that point of the show now where we're speaking with our jocks. We have Ashley with us again. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, my pleasure.
This segment is really all about you. This is about charity. This is about nonprofit, the community, and making our community a better place outside of the for-profit business activity. So I guess for most people, can you explain to us what is a nonprofit?
Yes, so a nonprofit is actually, in a traditional world, one who is focused around causes, okay? So an organization who receives grant monies to be operable and to be connecting with a larger donor base to contribute to furthering a cause. So that is what a nonprofit is.
So give us an example of some causes that nonprofits have been created around and that are making impact, that are having impact. They're pushing the needle. They're actually, that's actually better. Could you give us an example of some nonprofits that you know of that are moving the needle and kind of helping us kind of understand their magic?
Yes, absolutely. So, it's very important to realize, again, those who are impactful and making a difference. And so there are several causes. You can have some related to health causes, to sports and recreation. The list goes on, but to point out one in particular is one that I'm actually connected to is the Tyler Robinson Foundation. And the Tyler Robinson Foundation is one who is spreading pediatric cancer awareness. So when I talk about being financially fiscal and furthering the mission and being impactful, we are able to connect with children who are fighting cancer. And so it is really a sensitive arena to be in because you are connecting with children who are fighting for their lives. And so one of the areas that I am proud to mention is in being financially fiscal, 85 cents of every dollar goes directly to our families. So when you think about in finding that right organization or giving to the right organization, you want to know where your money's going. You want to know where your effort's going. You want to know why it's important to use your platform to spread information about a cause that means the most to you. So that's just an example of one organization, but there are many organizations out there who have causes that will be just, that will grab your heart. And again, it's being able to look at those things that mean the most to you and align them with an organization that's doing the work.
Right, and you bring up a great point. We have a lot of nonprofits that focus in certain areas. So some that come to my mind are Grant a Gift, and also Leaders in Training. These are organizations that are dedicated and they're focused on Grant a Gift is helping kids with autism be as self-sufficient as possible, and Leaders in Training helps kids that come from a poor socioeconomic background to inspire them not only to graduate from high school and attend college, but also come back and be a leader in their own community. So what would be a good way to draw the line between organizations that have a good heart and want to do good versus those that have rolled up their sleeves and they're getting the work done?
Well, it all comes back to grassroots. It is grassroots. The work is not easy, but what happens and what makes it evolve and grow and become better is connecting with those individuals who are willing to roll up their sleeves and say, I want to be a part of this work. I want to be a part of this passion, and this is bigger than us, so let's go. On the other hand, then you have those organizations who portray a message, and on the inside, things are chaotic and out of order, and they're not taking care of home first. And that goes back to, again, your team and valuing who's on your team, who are willing to roll up their sleeves no matter what. And so it really is being able to look at drawing that fine line and being able to circle back to what you're becoming connected to.
Because what I'm hearing in a sports mindset is good teams are good teams. Regardless if they're nonprofit, for-profit, or athletic. You've got to look at is what they're saying, what they're
Yes.
doing, and the impact they're having. Is it all aligned?
Right, and is it intentional? There's so much work that is going on, and again, trying to be everything to everyone. Is your work intentional to the cause to bring about a change that we don't see yet? So being able to look past the present and look into the future to say, I'm aligning myself to something great. I'm now connected. It's a part of me. It's a part of what I do. Now, let's do it. Let's be intentional in all of our efforts to make sure that we are bringing about the change that we know that is needed in our community.
Right. Because just as an athlete, as we train, as we compete, you want a nonprofit that has the same work ethic that you do.
Yes.
Ashley, thank you so much. Just in closing, as we're talking about charity, what are some takeaways? What are some high level points that somebody who is interested in charity can take to start the ball rolling to connecting back with their community?
Everyone has a gym within. And having your gym within, sometimes it takes the breaking down and the understanding of, I know that there's more to my story and my journey. So being able to dig deep and find that gym to then become connected to the greater, the bigger, it will literally change your life. It will change your life. Volunteer. To get to know, volunteer, go out with these organizations, see what they're about. And then you're able to put things into perspective and see how you can put things into motion to better other people.
Thank you for joining us this week for Joccupation. Thank you so much, Ashley, and our other jocks. You're giving us practical advice as to how we can implement and live the words that we're learning about with charity. And the giving is receiving.
Yes,
So
yes, it is.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.